Did you ever do something, but then things didn't go your way, things didn't go as planned? What did you feel? Do you regret over what happened, or do you reflect on everything and try to look for the lesson that you can take from whatever uh, you went through? So, today I'm going to talk about regret and reflection. So, the title is The Power of Reflection Over Regret. But before I continue talking about this topic, I'm making this video outside in my porch. So there are going to be many noise because my kids are playing in the car park. But anyway, if I don't make any video because of this disturbance, then um, I won't take any chance to exercise and to learn to speak English. Yeah, I'm kind of distracted now. Well, anyway, so yeah, I'm going to talk about the power of reflection over regret. I'm going to read the article first before answering the questions. It's going to be short text. All right. The power of reflection over regret. Everyone has experienced moments in life when things did not go as planned. Perhaps it was a decision made in a hurry, a word spoken in anger, or an opportunity ignored out of fear. In those moments, disappointment often follows, and people tend to look back, wondering what could have been different. This is a natural part of being human, to feel regret when outcomes don't meet expectations. However, what truly matters is how one responds after realizing that mistake. Some people dwell in regret, replying the same memory in their minds and wishing they could change the past. This emotional way can make it difficult to move forward. Regret focuses on what is lost and or ruined, often trapping a person in sadness or guilt. Others, however, choose to reflect instead. Reflection means understanding why things went wrong and learning from it, while regret looks backward with pain. Reflection looks backward with purpose. To turning regret into reflection, people can transform failure into growth. Every mistake holds a hidden lesson, and every disappointment can lead to wisdom. It takes courage to accept that something went wrong, but it also opens the door to improvement. In the end, life is not about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning from them and become stronger through reflection. Okay, it's a deep topic to be discussed because it related to self growth and self wisdom. So we have 10 questions that I need to answer. Um, okay, I've I've read the questions and I think I am going to answer the question from number 1 to number 4 because it's related because I can answer those 4 questions in a one answer. Okay, number 1, can you remember a decision in your life that you regret? What happened? Okay, number 2, what lesson did you learn from that experience? Number 3, when something goes wrong, do you usually feel regret or do you try to reflect on it? Why? Number 4, How do you usually deal with feelings or regret? How do you usually deal with feelings of regret? Okay, so why I why I insist to answer number one to number four in one answer, because answer number one, can you remember a decision in your life that you regret? I don't think, I don't know, as far as I can remember, I never regretted anything in my life. Why? Because um, I think, I believe that even a mistake that we make, we can learn something from that. So that's one thing. And second thing is that if I regret on something that I have already decided, then I might be uh, didn't didn't really think about the decision before thoroughly. So if I want to make a decision, then I have to really think it through, the benefit and the consequences. Yeah, if I regret over something that I did, that I have decided, then for me, I made the decision probably not in a clear mind. Then I don't want to. I don't want to be a person that made decision in a hurry without thinking about the risk or the consequences, something like that. But anyway, even though I think through about what I'm going to do, but what I want to decide, there's still mistake. There's still failures. There's still failure, because sometimes things doesn't go our way. So if things doesn't go our way, then we don't have to regret over it. What we have to do is to look back and see what happened, and see if we can evaluate what we went through, so that we can learn something from that experience, so that we can make a better choice, make a better decision in the future. Yes. Number 5. Has there have been a time when reflection helped you make a better decision later? Oh yeah, I have already answered that question. There have been a time when reflection helped you make a better decision. Yes, because we don't want to make the same mistake. So we have to learn from past experience, so that we can do something about our decision, about our future. And okay, anyway, number 6, do you believe that mistakes are necessary for personal growth? Why or why not? I do agree that mistakes are necessary for personal growth. Why or why not? Because if we don't make mistake, we won't understand probably the risk that we would face if we make certain decision. Failure is or mistakes can be a great lesson for us. For example, if we know that 1 + 1 is 2, then okay, that's the information that we get. But if we made mistake, then we will evaluate, we will learn again. 1 + 1, why is it become two. Then we will see through it again and learn something from that again, and the reason or the logic thinking or the something like that to help us understand the situation. Okay. Number 7. What's something you would do differently if you could go back in time? What's something you would do differently if you could back in time? If I could back in time, I'd probably, I would probably be more brave enough to take risk and to take many chances as possible, even though even even though that could be failure, but again, because we can learn from failure. Because I was a kind of person who very hesitate to do something because I think again and again about the risk. I don't know, some of my friends said that I'm a perfectionist, but being a perfectionist is that I was afraid to take many chances, and that is not good because it doesn't make us grow. So yeah, if I could do something differently, I would take many chances as possible. Number 8, how do you forgive yourself when you make mistake? How do you forgive yourself when you make mistake? How do I forgive myself? Well, I I don't know if I forgive myself, but I always try to see what went wrong. Okay, so if I see what went wrong, and I will learn something from that, and I will tell myself that okay, you did make mistake, but it helped you understand something that you didn't understand before. By making that mistake, you eventually understand there's something that you can learn. So yeah. Number 9, what helps you move on from past regret? What helps you move on from past regret? Well, because I never regret on some things, so I'm moving on. Well, even though sometimes when we are in the middle of difficult situation, when we were in a difficult situation, usually we tend to blame ourselves. But what I tell myself so that I won't blame myself is that I have to think about what's in front of me, the reality, and what I have to do facing the reality. So that I will tell myself that after these difficulties, after I go through these difficulties, then eventually I'm going to learn something. I have to be patient. I have to be able to solve every problem that I'm facing at the moment so that I can learn something from this problem. So yeah, that's how I move on. Number 10, how can reflection turn a negative experience into something positive in your How can reflection turn a negative experience into something positive in your life? Yeah, try to look for the silver lining in the storm. So that's how I reflect myself, that bad experiences, failure makes me grow. So that's it. I know it's kind of my speech probably not very clear, not very direct because I haven't because I haven't been practicing because I haven't been practicing this past few weeks, and I haven't really watched English podcasts, so I lost many vocabularies and fluency. But yeah, it must not stop me from practicing again and again. All right, I'll see you uh, in the next discussion.